Okay guys, I'm here today with Daniel Nino, huge honor for me. Guys, Daniel is from Mexico, he's a black belt from Mario Delgado, big friend of me as well. And guys, Daniel is one of the guys responsible for promoting Jiu-Jitsu in the Latin America, right?
Yeah.
If you guys follow him on social media, he has like 1.3 million followers on TikTok. And he's always promoting Jiu-Jitsu and putting out a ton of great content. And you also have a medical, you're also graduated in medical school,
Yeah,
right?
I'm a general physician, a medic, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the way you see Jiu-Jitsu is always trying to understand the human body, right?
Yes, so what I do is I like to simplify Jiu-Jitsu, the biomechanics of Jiu-Jitsu, using my medical knowledge. So I create concepts for my students that they can exploit on their own and then work from there and sometimes even become or create better systems that what I teach them.
Man, that's awesome. So that's awesome. And then you shot an entire structure all about that, right? How to simplify Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, we did a series on simplifying Jiu-Jitsu. We shot close guard and mount while being
Man, that's
here.
awesome. No, that's awesome. So let's do that. So let's work on the close guard right now, and then we make another video about the mount.
Perfect, of course. So from close guard, the premise of controlling Jiu-Jitsu that I teach is that the human body has two waistlines. You have the scapular waistline and the pelvic waistline. That's where all the big muscles are joined together. If you control one, you control your opponent partially. If you control both, you control completely your opponent. And think about it. Every major position in Jiu-Jitsu focus about hindering the movement of those two anatomical structures, mount, side control, and close guard. So whenever I'm in close guard with my opponent, here, my legs are responsible of controlling my opponent's pelvic waistline. You're controlling my scapular waistline by creating good posture. When can I achieve complete control of my opponent? Whenever I break the posture, close the distance, and control the upper body. Now I have control over both of your waistlines, and I can start creating angles to create submission alternatives. So also what we've been talking about in the instructional is that controlling is not enough. You have to create opportunities for submission. And we talked about the rules that dominate the exposure of the limbs. Some of them being the range of motion of the limb. Whenever you have a limb that is close to the beginning or the end of the range of motion or across the midline, it becomes vulnerable because the muscles that move that limb are distended and now he cannot generate strength to escape of that control position.
Man, that's amazing, Daniel. So Daniel, can you share one technique from close guard that you kind of like can explain all these principles?
Of course. So armbar. Let's talk about armbar. So close guard, in all of its complexity, is a three-step position. Every submission in close guard can be summarized in break the posture, control the upper body, and get an angle.
That makes sense.
If I break the posture by bringing your arm across the midline and control the upper body, now you feel you're exposed. That's step 1 and 2, exposed on your armbar, on your arm. Now all I gotta do is create an angle towards you, and now I have a very strong submission from here. So I follow this concept that is true all throughout the close guard.
Good.
And now I'm just gonna implement one cherry on top, which is called the stiff arm mechanism, which is the notion that whenever you push under your opponent's armpit in a diagonal manner, they cannot come into you. If you try to come into me and I'm stiff arming, it's very hard for you to bring your weight up on me. So I'm apparently only showing an armbar, but I'm giving you the concepts that apply all throughout Jiu-Jitsu.
I got it. So the 3 steps again are
break the posture, control the upper body, and get an angle.
I got it.
If you want to see another example of that is the shoulder crush that Gordon made so famous. So if you break the posture, control the upper body, and then get an angle, now you're exposing the arm. Every submission attempt or every control attempt from close guard can be summarized in those 3 steps. And why is that important? Because when you have a new student or a white belt, you don't want them doing step 3 without doing step 1 and 2.
Yeah, I agree. No, and I think like everyone who is starting Jiu-Jitsu, maybe even unconscious, that's what they want. They want to simplify what they're learning, because most of the times they go to Jiu-Jitsu school, and they're overwhelmed with information.
Yes.
And they get lost, you know, like, so I really like the idea of like simplifying, but using the concepts of like the
biomechanics.
Yeah, the biomechanics and the human body. So, and
yeah.
No, man, that's amazing. And and how long have you been doing jiu-jitsu, Daniel?
11 years. I've been doing 11 years jiu-jitsu.
That's awesome.
I got my black belt 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Man, that's incredible. And yeah, so guys, Daniel just shot an entire instructional all about close guard and how to simplify jiu-jitsu inside the close guard, as you guys saw. It's very nice how he splits everything like on steps, and how he talks, how he explains like what's going on in the biomechanics of the human body. So make sure to check that out. It's going to be at bjjfanatics.com, and maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Professor, and be sure to check it out. I want to thank Professor Bernardo for having me here. Yep. It's been amazing.
I appreciate it. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
IBJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.